And like we spoke of before the break, Butch Harper has returned to Pahrump after driving over 2,000 miles to deliver a condolence card to the town of Aurora, Colorado, after 12 people were killed and 58 injured when a gunman opened fire during a midnight showing of the new Batman film, The Dark Knight Rises.
The kinds of things that help people in this community to feel better.
Things like messages, photos, signatures, and plaques. Heartfelt condolences, all sent to the city of Aurora from around the world. In his home more than 800 miles away in Pahrump, Nevada, Butch Harper cried when he heard the news of the Aurora theater shootings and knew he wanted to do something.
It won't change anything. The tragedy is over with. But hopefully this will sort of soften that pain that the victims and their loved ones have.
Harper gathered hundreds of signatures and letters of condolences, made a plaque, and drove to Aurora to meet Mayor Steve Hogan.
To get an email is wonderful. To get a letter is fantastic. To have somebody deliver something from 1,000 miles away is over the top.
Harper's support and those of his hometown of Pahrump, and even more near and far, is exactly what people in the Aurora community need to help them recover.
Knowing that people care helps us to get better. It's part of that process, and it's obvious people care. We've had communications from literally around the world. If people in this community haven't heard it so far, they ought to hear it now.
New signage is being placed at the former Terriblestown Casino on the corner of Highway 160 and 372. The new name for the casino, Gold Town, was chosen after the property was purchased by Golden Gaming. The previous landmark sign was taken down in parts last weekend and will be disposed of. It featured Terrible Herbst blazing his guns in the sky. Gold Town signs are set to be installed in the coming days.
Monday, kids all around the county will be heading off back to school. News 46 caught up with Nye County School District Director of Transportation, Cameron McCrae, to get some important information for a smooth and safe transition back to class.
Okay, well, in July, as we've done in the past, we sent out the bus application registration forms. Parents who have gotten them and haven't returned them, if their student is going to use a school bus, we need to get those in by Friday so we can assign the bus and have an appropriate approved bus stop for your student come Monday morning. If you don't have a copy of it, they're available on the school district's website under the transportation section, or you can pick them up at the schools or either district office. We've been processing them for about a month, and we've started calling a little over a week ago, so we're well into calling folks. So we've already processed a little over 1,900. Excuse me. But that number tells me there's still a number of those that haven't done it yet. Usually by this time we're well over 2,000. So this is kind of low, and obviously concerns me that come Monday morning, many people won't have assigned bus stops to get to and from school. Application registration, of course, we provide each year the rules of the school bus, the expected conduct, not just on the school bus, but to and from the school bus stops while they're at the stop, those types of information. And that's very important. It's important that the parents talk to their students about the appropriateness of their conduct and how to walk to and from their bus stop and to and from school if they're close enough to the schools where they're not provided busing. So it is important. Of course, the big thing here we also want to remind people is that come Monday morning there'll be, upwards of 2,000 youngsters of all ages, and we need to remember they are children. They do things that are unexpected, and we need to be sure that we're cognizant, we're aware that when we're driving around both, not just to and from school, but wherever you're going, is that we have almost 600 bus stops out there throughout the valley, and that we are safe, that we look out for these kids, and so we can get through the school year, and particularly the start of school, without any unfortunate incidents.
That's right. When the bus stops and that stop sign goes out, you need to stop on both sides of the roadway because kids can jet across the street, can't they?
Yes, ma'am, and it is a violation. When the stop arms go out and the red lights flash on a school bus, it's illegal to pass them, whether you're approaching the bus from in front or whether you're behind the bus. And so you need to be aware of that and not violate that. It's extremely unsafe. And fortunately, in Nye County, we haven't had any incidences, but there've been unfortunate incidences, including the death of students, because people have passed the school bus, stopped school bus with the signs and the lights flashing.
And also, as well, school zones are now going to be back in force, as well as the speed limit around that.
That is correct. Come Monday morning, the school zones around our schools will be back in place. The yellow flashing warning lights to help remind motorists that they're entering the school zone will be flashing, and drivers need to adhere to that.
Wonderful. You have a wonderful school year, and anything else you want to add?
No, we hope that parents will help us make this year successful. We believe that the students' school day starts, for many students, starts with their school bus ride and ends with their school bus ride, and I want to make that as good a experience so that when they get to school, they are ready to learn and start their education day.
For more information on the transportation, they can call here at the offices, can't they?
That's correct. Both, we have on the website some frequently asked questions and some answers to those, so they can go to the website. But if they have a question that needs one of us to answer, they can contact us at 727-2443.
And we'll have your news across Nevada when we come back.